Ron Roth wrote this beautiful piece. A mystic is a person on the path of God, wanting above all else to know God, to experience God, to find God, to be enlightened by God. One who has decided consciously to make God the supreme priority of their life. And all of life becomes an adventure in discovering God. So this adventure is for all of us. And my intention tonight is we all go deeper together in our own divine reality, in our own place with God. I want to define myself and have greater meaning in my life. This is where I found God again in me. This was the beginning of a new life of meditation and self-confront, of healing and daily awakening. Here I started to feel my limiting beliefs being hacked away. At that time, I could feel God calling me home, and my restlessness started to break down. Jesus said, "Be compassionate as your Father is compassionate." I was being shown how to forgive myself, and I was invited to see through God's eyes. St. Paul said, "The Spirit himself joins with our spirit to bear witness that we are children of God." And if we are children, then we are heirs, heirs of God and joint heirs with Christ, provided that we share his sufferings so as to share his glory. The one who has found his life shall lose it. The one who has lost his life for my sake shall find it. So even with a strong commitment to God and striving to be awakened, knowing my purpose and service through the work I continue to do at FSD, I still was challenged to stay in my truth, to be my true self. I was standing in my small white bedroom, and I was alone. And I was alone in a new way. At that moment, I looked over and saw Jesus on my wall. This picture. There's a picture taped above my bed, which I'd been praying over the last weeks. I heard him say, "Stay with me. Live your life with me." Again, I found what it was to take God with me, and I was elated. I shed more of myself out of the way, more layers of a fearful, controlling spirit removed. The morning of the first day, I woke up an hour before 2 a.m. in order to prepare and then have a teleservice with Padre. What I remember from the call was how moved I was by Jesus' words. "In my Father's house, there are many mansions. I came to prepare a place for you. And that place is within your very own being. Every human being is a temple to the Creator's presence. Be still and know that I am God." Whatever it was guided, much like the way I felt guided at the Casa in Brazil. Toward the end of the 120 miles we walked over 8 days, I had a deeper understanding of what Thomas Merton referred to when he said that all of us need to be on a pilgrimage, so that when we are in a distant land, meeting somebody for the first time, we see ourselves in their face and can acknowledge our oneness. A pilgrim's heart is seeking God first in all things. I choose the heart of the pilgrim. I was engulfed in stillness in that moment. Like the other broken moments in my life, I had a choice to be controlled by fear or surrender and allow divine presence to regain a foothold in my being. Listen to God with your heart at the center of your being and be in communion with the divine presence, where you can experience the healing presence of the Holy Spirit. St. Anthony was one of the Desert Fathers. He was born in 251. He is known for having gone into the desert and staying there for 20 years to be closer to God. The stories are that he came out glowing, that he had a healing touch, and made those around him also feel held by God. My experience is that he was released from the hooks of the world, the patterns of separateness. St. Ignatius wrote a poem based on the Latin word suscipe. It means receive me, receive me. This word is used to describe his life because Ignatius, like St. Anthony, like St. Francis of Assisi, gave everything to the divine. So they hold the mantle for us. Take, Lord, receive all my liberty, my memory, my understanding, my entire will. For all I have and call my own. Take, Lord, receive it all. You have given it all to me. Now I return it all. Everything is yours to do with what you will. Give me only your love and your grace. That's enough for me. I am here now to completely surrender. I am here to fall back completely into the arms of grace. If there is nothing left of me, then I can be completely received. If there is nothing left of me, then I can be completely received. Do we say this to God, or do we say it out loud to ourselves? Receive me. I'm ready to admit this experience fully, here in the presence within. Here is the presence within us. This is the invitation from Jesus to let death be a part of our relationship. When there is nothing left of me, to give everything to the divine. God, I am willing. God, we are willing.